Hello and welcome to the Pandaverse. I'm Elgon, the E and C and E.
And I'm Christine, the C and the CNE.
And we're here today with Tony Ollivier. He's in Vancouver and he just released a book a couple of weeks ago.
Yay!
It's called The Tokyo Diversion. It's the second book in his David Knight series. Welcome, Tony. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thanks, guys. This second book wouldn't have happened without both of your help. So I appreciate helping with
My
this.
emotions are kind of high today for me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really excited because there's a lot of hard work, on everybody's part, and it came out a beautiful product. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm really proud for you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
For people who don't know about the David Knight series, David Knight is in the first book. He's traveling with the Canadian National Ballet, and he's a ballet dancer. And they're over in Amsterdam in the first book, and he goes out for a night on the town with his best friend, and they get kind of caught up in a very weird situation and conspiracy, and David gets captured and taken against his will, and has the memories of a recently deceased man who was a secret agent implanted into his head through a kind of experimental technology. So the rest of that book, he's dealing with fighting. His body and his mind resist having what's happening to him, and he's fighting that while there's one group of people who are trying to keep him alive so they can find out what the secret agent knew. There's another group who don't want the secrets revealed. They're trying to kill him. So that's the premise.
Sounds like a great movie. I feel like this just needs to be on the big screen. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that out there. I would watch it.
Yeah. He's definitely an unusual protagonist, right? He's definitely.
But that's what makes it good, though.
Yeah, and it's how this kind of came to pass, and the second book. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. So I've been writing for 20 odd years. I work in the high-tech industry. I've worked for Microsoft and Apple and IBM and so on. And I've been lucky enough, more accidental than anything, that these companies have sent me traveling, doing different kinds of work. So I've been able to travel to Europe extensively, and through Asia and Japan, which is where the next book is done. But my wife is a ballet teacher. She actually just recently retired from teaching ballet, and she went to the National Ballet School in the teachers program a number of years ago. And as a computer high tech guy, I know way more about ballet than probably I should, because I was so close to it. And how this character got started, I've been writing sort of suspense thrillers and so on. And my wife and I were actually in Europe. This was before our children, and we saw ballet in France. It was in a smaller town in France, and we went to this ballet show. And the particular piece that I remember was an all male. It was a particular piece. It was all male ballet dancers. And what struck me is how physical male dancers are, like just sort of bodybuilder, not quite bodybuilder in size, but certainly in strength, to be able to take women up, dancers up, and lift them high in the air. And as I got to know, as my wife was going through the training, and I got to know more of the community, these dancers were substantially athletic, right? Sort of Olympic level athletics. And And so that was kind of the impetus for the character. And what happens if you put skills of a spy, kind of a born identity kind of thing, into somebody that has the body to be able to accept the muscle memory. And that's kind of what started it off.
Yeah, I love that because, it's so different. And you're so right. I mean, they worked really hard. Their physical, like everything is, when we were looking for photographs for the covers, just the muscle definition. Yeah, I mean, they are so physically fit, but you have to be. I mean, just like you said, to
Yeah,
lift
there's
and
like
to move so gracefully, like
they have like no body fat either.
a lot of hard work.
And so the first book, as Elgon said, covers the initial implanting of the memories, and he survives, obviously. So back to the second book. The second book takes place. It's about a year later. He's recovered from everything what happened in the first book. He's in Toronto. He's sort of born in Toronto. He's Canadian, so I'm Canadian. He's in Toronto, and dancers, like every other artist, are essentially paupers, right? They he's early in his career, so he's not making a lot of money, and he's he's witnessing in a variety of ways kind of the have and have nots, and he's a have not at this point, right? And so he gets and he's also got some and he doesn't know where it's coming from. He's got some residual anger from the whole situation and from a year ago, and he doesn't really know where it's coming from. He's dancing really well. His confidence is way higher than it was, say, a year ago, but he's got this level of anger that he kind of can't get rid of, and it's actually affecting some of his personal relationships and so on. So that's really how the book opens.
So,
Yeah.
what's next, Tony? What are you going to do next? Because I'm going to be waiting.
So funny you mentioned that. So my current job, I'm working for a software company that's based in Portugal.
Okay.
And based in Lisbon, actually. And I've over the last several years, I've been back and forth to Portugal several times. We actually my wife and I just came back from a vacation there. And I've just started with some ideas for the next David Knight book. And this year, you're the first hearing about it for the first time, but it starts off in Lisbon. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. So.
Oh, yay! That's great.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked.
Yeah. And all the books the books I'm writing, as I said, the first one is Amsterdam. It starts off in Amsterdam and does go some other places. This one starts off in Toronto and ends up in Tokyo. And I've been to Japan, several times over the last several years. And actually, the last time I was there, which was 2018, I knew I was writing this book, and I'd been to Japan before, but not with not as good of a camera, right? Because your phone now has better cameras. So I was able to, as I knew I was writing this, I was able to go through and take better pictures of places that I was planning to write about in the novel, which really helped.
Yeah, and I saw some of the photos that you posted while you were in Portugal, so they were really good. It looks like you guys had a phenomenal time.
Yeah, it was great. The Portugal is really interesting, and Lisbon itself is really interesting. It is it's kind of off the beaten track, right? It's people go to Italy, people go to Spain and France and so on, and a lot of travelers. There's certainly lots of travelers going to Portugal, but it's still a gem, and the population is very educated, really good healthcare. It's pretty safe as a country to to wander around and so on, and the food is unbelievable. So it's I think it's a good, it's a very good. It's a little. It's not a usual international setting. There's certainly a lot of these books are based in Paris and London and so on. But I think I'll try Lisbon and Portugal for a while and see how that pans out.
That's exciting. So now I gotta start toying around with like titles. The Portugal Persuasion.
Yeah.
Or the Portugal Predicament.
I was actually thinking the Lisbon alternative. So that was the
Ooh.
That's an idea.
Sticking with the names of the cities for the book. So that was what was coming up.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Pretty soon Tony's gonna have a box set.
Yeah.
How exciting would that be?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so cool. The David Knight box set.
And the other exciting news, and I know this won't make it today to the channel, or if it does, it'll be later. I'm doing an in-person live reading and launch in Vancouver tonight with I'm part of the Crime Writers of Canada Association. And there's I'm reading from the book. I'm with 3 other writers, and we're doing it at the Vancouver Public Library at basically a pub outside the library that's connected to the library. So we're doing a reading tonight. So this is
what a great idea, putting a pub next to the library.
Yeah, it's genius. It's genius.
Rooms, man.
Yeah. Well, considering when the Amsterdam Deception came out, it was March 2020, and that was when everybody's putting on hazmat suits to go out and get groceries. Right. And our launch was a less than, right, because I could do no readings, I couldn't see people. So this is quite exciting. So I've invited a number of friends and things, so I'm excited about it tonight.
I fully expect like videos and pictures, Tony.
Yeah. We can get that done. We can get that done.
Because listen, we were talking about it a little bit earlier today because we knew you had that event tonight. We were talking with Grayson, and I was like, Tony's got an event tonight, and I was like, it's because we're so far apart in our time zone.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like 11:30 my time, and I'm like, I'm gonna stay up that late.
Well, I actually go on. I go on at I think the timing is 9. So it starts at 8:30. There's another reading in the library earlier in the evening. This is a post-library event that's all scheduled. And I just got my timing, and it was going to be 9:45. And I only read for about 5 minutes. I go 9:45. I am usually in bed by 9:45. So
right. No, I feel that. Oh my goodness. Better drink some coffee.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Oh my goodness. I can't. I can imagine. You're gonna have the best time tonight. Make lots of memories.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited about it.
Oh, what are you going to read? You already have it chosen?
I think I'm going to read from the first chapter. The first chapter opens in Tokyo, in the red light district in Kabukicho, which is a sort of a sub area of Shinjuku, which is a fairly major area, and it's going to open up with a woman. Her name's Yumi, and she's on the run, and she's been hiding for a few years. She's been successfully hiding, but they've found her again, and she has to kind of outsmart and outwit the people that are chasing her. But it's kind of a nice setting, I think, to start the book, to kind of set the tone. It's an interesting. I've been through that area as part of Japan. It's an interesting area because it's full of restaurants, full of bars, full of they call them salarymen, Japanese men they're working hard, and that's a sort of a popular area, kind of a nightlife area, and And it's also can be a little bit dangerous as the first book opens. So I think I'll read from that first chapter. I think that's a good thing to start with.
Oh, I can't wait. I will be expecting sometime in the afternoon because you'll probably be tired.
Yeah.
So some stuff I can upload. I can't wait.
Yeah.
This is exciting for you.
It's definitely a better environment, to launch a book in than it was with your first book. So we're expecting good things for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And this should also help sales of the first book as well.
Yeah.
Right. So that's, that's my goal.
You can read this book without, you flash back to a few things that happened in the first book to tie things together. And I think you can read this book as a standalone, but
I agree.
You really appreciate it a lot more if you read them in sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then hopefully we'll have another one soon.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
And we'll be able to get it out a little faster.
Yes, I'm looking really forward to getting a book out faster. Yes.
It's kind of nice. We've been able to really step it up and get some stuff done. Grayson's comes out. I mean, it's uploaded. It comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's great. Is he back from Argentina?
Yeah, he was. You know what? He was 10 minutes away from me yesterday.
Oh, that's funny.
And I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he was at Cedar Point in Sandusky, which is like 10 minutes away from Vermilion, which is where C is. And so while all that was going on, I was stuck here in Vegas where we were getting the rainy remnants of the hurricane that passed through, or the former hurricane.
Yeah, Canada could certainly use some of the rain that California's been getting, because we're basically on fire. The whole province is on fire. I'm in Vancouver, and Vancouver is completely fine. But about 4 hours to the east is a town called Kelowna in the Okanagan Valley. And huge parts of Kelowna because it's kind of like Napa. The Okanagan is like Napa Valley, but there's a lake in the middle of it, right? So the same kind of, it's quite dry in the summer. It's a big wine growing region, and they hit huge forest fires because everything's so dry. So we're hoping that will resolve.
Lots of good energies for rains.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Tony, I'm super excited. Your book is. Your books.
Yes.
Fantastic books. They're fantastic. They got beautiful covers that complement each other so well, and it's been such a pleasure to work with you. I'm super excited for you. I'm super excited for you tonight. Have the best time. Make all the memories. Yeah. You deserve this.
The book titles again. The first book's called The Amsterdam Deception. And the second book is called The Tokyo Diversion.
Yes, please run out, get them both.
Yes.
And don't forget, leave a review. And I already know they're going to be good reviews because it's a good book. They're good books, guys. Good books. Really suspenseful. Yeah.
Check the review. There's a review that was left in the last couple of days from Jack Remick. So just have a look at that review. It's a nice one.
Okay. Well, I sure will.
Okay.
Well, Tony, you have the best day. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
I'm going to be looking forward to our future together.
Yeah, me too. Thanks.
All right.
Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.